Hi guys, good evening. Are you able to hear me, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah. Sorry, I have received one call from my office, so that's the reason. Yeah. Here, SDLC stands for what? SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle. What is SDLC stands for? What is that? Software Development Lifecycle. Okay. Here, coming to software development lifecycle, how many phases is there in SDLC? There are 7 phases. How many phases? 7
There
phases.
are 7 phases.
What are those 7 phases? First one is requirement gathering. Second one is analysis. Third one is design. Fourth one is coding. Fifth one is testing. Sixth one is implementation. Seventh one is support and maintenance. How many phases is there? We are having 7 phases. What are those 7 phases? Requirement gathering, analysis, design, coding, testing, implementation, and we are having support and the maintenance. Clear? How many phases we are having?
We have 7.
7. Okay. We will discuss one by one. What this requirement will do, what analysis we have to analyze, what design will do, each and everything we'll see. Okay. Here what we are going to do, guys, under first step, under requirement gathering, what we are going to do, we have to collect the requirements from the customer. Yes or no? First of all, we have to collect the requirements from whom? We have to collect the requirements from the customer. Who is going to collect these all requirements? Who is going to collect? As a business analyst, they will be the one person. That person name is business analyst, our BA people. Okay. BA people will go to the client place and he will finalize the project and he will collect the requirements. Who will collect the requirements?
Business analyst.
Business analyst will collect the requirement. What is meant by requirement gathering? Collecting the requirements from the customer. Okay, from where onwards we are going to collect the requirements? From the customer onwards, we are going to collect the requirement. Is called as requirement gathering. Here, what are the requirements we are going to gather? Here we are going to gather 2 types of requirements. What are those 2 types of requirements? One is BRS and second one is the SRS. What is meant by BRS and what is meant by SRS? BRS stands for Business Requirement Specification. What is meant by BRS?
Business
Requirement. Here, coming to SRS. What is meant by SRS? SRS stands for System Requirement Specification. System Requirement Specification. Here, how many it is divided under requirement gathering? How many types it is divided? It is divided into 2 types. One is BRS and second one is the SRS. What is meant by BRS? Who is going to correct the BRS? Who is going to correct the BRS documents? In this phase, business analyst is going to correct. In this phase, who is going to collect, guys?
Business analyst.
Analyst. Business analyst will collect the requirements. Okay, in your organization, will call as BA. Okay, BA people will collect the what document? Business analyst will collect which document?
Business requirement specifications.
BRS document. He is going to collect the BRS document. Based on the BRS document, who is going to divide this document? Our system analyst will divide into the different types of documents. For design people, for development people, for testing people, he is going to divide. Why he are going to divide into different types of documents? This is BRS document is a high level document. Okay. So based on the high level document, our system analyst will divide into different types of documents. Is it clear? BRS is a high level document. High level document. Coming to SRS, who is going to correct this SRS documents, guys? Who is going to correct SRS documents?
System analysis.
Yeah.
System analysis.
System analyst will prepare. In this phase, system analyst will prepare which document? SRS document. Based on the SRS document, what are the different types of documents he is going to prepare for designing, for coding, for testing people? He is going to divide into different types of documents. One is for design people, one is for development people, one is for testing people. He is going to divide. Who is going to divide? As a system analyst, he is going to divide. Guys, it is clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Coming to SDLC, we are having 7 phases. Under first phase, what is the first phase? Requirement gathering. Coming to requirement gathering, collecting the requirements from the customer is called as requirement gathering. Okay. Under requirement gathering, it is divided into 2 types. Coming to first one is BRS. BRS stands for Business Requirement Specification. In this phase, who is going to collect this document? Business analyst is going to collect this BRS document. Coming to SRS document, who is going to prepare this SRS document? System analyst is going to prepare. For what are the people? For different types of people. For designing people, for development people, for testing people, he is going to prepare this SRS document. Clear? Is it clear, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Coming to second one, analysis. Second one is analysis. Here, what you are going to analyze in this phase, requirement documents which is prepared by the system analyst, we have to analyze those documents. Yes or no? As a test engineer, what are the documents you need? Those documents you have to analyze first. Yes or no? First we have to understand, right, the document. Is it clear?
Yes,
Guys,
yes, Rajesh. Yes, clear.
we have to understand the document which is prepared by the system analyst. Okay, we have to understand in this phase. Once requirement documents is prepared, once requirements document is prepared to the current project, we have to analyze. Who have to analyze? As a test engineer, you have to analyze the testing document. As a developer, they have to analyze the development document. As a designing team, they have to analyze the design document. Yes or no? We have to analyze the which document? Required documents. Required documents, why I am giving here required documents? Suppose if you are a developer, you are going to analyze which document? Development document. Suppose if you are a designer, you have to understand the design documents. Suppose if you are a tester, you have to understand the what document? Testing document. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Coming to third phase. What is the third phase? Design. What is meant by design? In this phase, it is divided into 2 parts. In this phase, it is divided into how many parts? Here it is divided into 2 parts. What are those 2 parts? One is high level design and second one is the low level design. What is HLD? HLD stands for high level design. Coming to LLD means low level design. Here what is meant by high level design and what is meant by low level design? High level design is nothing but outlook of an application. Outlook is nothing but whatever you are seeing on the application, those are called as outlook. Okay, just I am opening my application. See, what is your outlook? Whatever you are able to see, that is called as outlook. Yes or no? Inner look is nothing but you cannot see the what they have written. Those are called as inner look. This is called as inner look. Are you able to see? This is inner look.
Yeah.
This is outlook. Is it clear, guys? Hello.
Yes, yes, Rajesh.
Outlook is nothing. HLD is nothing but outlook of an application. LLD is nothing but inner look of an application. What is HLD?
It's a high level design.
HLD stands for high level design and it defines what it is going to define. It defines outlook of an application is called as high level design. Coming to LLD. What is meant by LLD? LLD is nothing but inner look. What you are not able to see. That is called as inner look. Outlook is nothing but what you are able to see. That is called as outlook. Is it clear? It defines inner look of an application. Application is called as low level design. Is it clear, guys? What is outlook? Whatever you are able to see, that is called as outlook. Whatever you are not able to see, which is under backend, those is called as inner look. Is it clear? Hello, Yogi. Is it clear?
Yes, yes, Rajesh. Clear, Rajesh.
Coming to our next phase is what? After designing, what is the next one? Coding. Okay, who is responsible for coding? Who have to develop the coding? As a developer, they have to develop. Yes or no? Who developers is nothing but programmer. They have to do some programs and they have to write some logic. Logics is nothing but if I give valid username and valid password only, it have to log in. Designing team is nothing but just logos, this images, okay, this spelling mistakes, those all things comes under which one? Designing team. Okay, these all things will be taken care by designing team. Coming to development team is nothing but they have to perform the operations. How they are going to perform the operations? If I give the both are valid, then only it have to sign it. If I give anyone is invalid, then it should not sign it. Those all things who will develop?
It's developer.
As a developer, they will develop. Okay, that is nothing but coding based on the requirement. Based on the requirement, developers will develop the what they will develop. They will develop the responsible module. They will develop the responsible module. What is meant by module here? This is completely one module. This is a login module. Okay, yes or no? This is a login module. Suppose if I go to my receipts, this is called as my receipts module. If I go to my transactions, this is my transactions module. Suppose 130 people, 30 developers is there. The 30 developers is going to work on only login part? No, right? 10 people will work on login part and 10 people will work on my receipts part and 10 people will work on my transaction part. Yes or no?
Yes, Raju.
Okay. Responsible module. They will develop based on the responsible module. That is called as code. What is the next phase after coding? After coding, we have to test an
Yes.
application. Okay, that is nothing but our testing part. When we have to test an application, once coding is completed. When we have to test, once coding is completed by the programmer to confirm the correctness of code. Yes or no? Developer is developed the code. We have to confirm whether he have developed correctly or not. How you are going to correct? By using, you are not using any code here. By seeing manually, we are going to check an application. How you are going to check an application? Here, suppose the here JPJ, TIFF file, PDF, PNG, only this formats only have to allow. Remaining format should not allow. What are the remaining formats, guys? Here test file should not allow. Yes or no? Here test file is not given. So test file should not allow. XLS file should not allow. XLS file is nothing but Excel sheet. Excel sheet should not allow. Yes or no? Guys,
Yes.
understanding?
Yes, Raju.
And minimum format, minimum size is 25 KB and maximum size is 8 MB. Below 25 KB, it should not upload. Above 8 MB, it should not upload. What is the minimum and maximum range? Within 25 and maximum 8 MB range only, it have to allow. Is it clear?
Yes, Raju.
Okay, like that. Who will develop these things? Will be developed by developer. As a test engineer, we have to check. Okay, we have to check an application. Once coding is completed by the developer, once coding is completed by the developer, to confirm the correctness of code, to confirm the correctness of code, which is developed by who? Who is developer?
It's coders, programmers.
Developer or programmer is called as testing. Yes or no? Which is developed by programmer, those things we are going to test. That is nothing but testing. Yes or no? You are not going to write any code which is already written by the developer. Those code you are going to verify in our application. Is it clear? That is nothing but testing. Is guys clear?
Yes, clear, Raju.
Yeah. After testing, what is there? Implementation. After testing, what is there? Implementation. What is meant by implementation? Okay. Once coding is completed, testing is also completed. Then what we have to do? Then what we have to do, guys? We have to deploy the build into production server. Yes or no? This is which server? We are working on testing servers. If you are a tester, you are working on testing server. If you are a developer, you have to work on dev server. If you are a client, on which server you have to work? You have to work on production server. Which server? Hello.
Yes, production server.
Yeah. If you are a tester, you have to work on testing server. If you are a developer, you have to work on dev server. If you are a client or a customer, on which server you have to work?
The production server we have to.
Production server. Here, what is the difference between dev server, production server, and testing server? Why we are dividing here multiple things? Any idea? Any idea, guys? See, why we are dividing into multiple types means, suppose if developer is working on different module, yes or no? If developer is working on, see here my receipts and my transactions completed. Now developer is working on which module? Approvals module. Yes or no? Guys, understanding what I am saying?
Yes, yes.
Suppose developer is working on approvals module. Okay. He is every time he is changing some code. Yes or no? He is developing some code. Yes or no? But tester have to test my receipts module and my transactions module. He cannot give right same server. Why? Because he is working on different module. So that's the reason they will create one separate server that is called as testing server. What testing server? Testing server is nothing but once coding is completed, then only the tester able to test on that particular module. Then that is called as which server? Testing server. Is it clear? Once coding and testing is also completed, means coding there is a no issues. Testing also there is a no issues. We have to deploy build into whom? We have to deploy build into production, right? For customer, I have to release. Yes or no? That is called as production server. Implementation is nothing but once coding and testing is completed. Once coding and testing is completed successfully, who will deploy this all things into production? One of the person. That person is nothing but technical expert. Who will deploy into production server, guys? Technical expert will deploy the build into which server? Build into production server. Okay. Who is going to deploy the build into production server? Technical expert is going to deploy the build into production server. Is it clear? Who is going to test an application? As a test engineer, we have to test an application. When we have to test an application?
When the
coding is completed, then only we have to test an application. Who is responsible for coding?
design.
As a developer, he is responsible for coding. Okay. What is meant by design? Who is going to design? As a designer. Okay. There is going to design by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, those concepts. They are going to design. What are the different types of designs we are having? We are having two types of designs. One is high level design and second one is the low level design. High level design is nothing but outlook of an application. Whatever you are going to see, this is called as outlook of an application. Inner look is nothing but we have to see from the backend what code they have written in the backend. That is called as inner look. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, Rajesh.
I will explain one more time also. Once it is completed, I will explain briefly. What is the last one? What is the support and the maintenance? What is meant by support and the maintenance? Suppose if customer is facing any problem in the application, suppose if you are facing any problem in your PhonePe, anyone is using PhonePe, right? All of the people, I think, using PhonePe. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
yes.
Suppose if payment is stuck in middle, then whom I have to contact? They will be the support persons. Yes or no? We have to raise a ticket. Anyone observed?
Yeah.
Okay, we have to raise a ticket. So that's the reason, so that they will help us. Okay, your payment is pending with some bank related things. Okay, like that of thing. If it is not, means we will receive back our money. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Support and maintenance. Who is going to take care of these things? They will be the separate team. Okay. Who is going to take care of this? They will be the separate team. Those persons called as support team. Okay. Support team, they will be the taking care of all this. Okay. If customer is facing any issues, customer is facing any issues from the application, we have to provide support and the maintenance. We have to provide support and the maintenance to the customer. Who is going to provide the support and the maintenance?
Supporting team.
Supporting team will be. See guys, today we are discussing about SDLC phases. How many phases is there?
We have 7
We are
phases.
having 7 phases. What are those? Requirement gathering, analysis, design, coding, testing, implementation, and support and the maintenance. What is our first phase? Requirement gathering. What is meant by requirement gathering? We have to collect the requirements. Yes or no? First of all, if you work on the application, what requirement the customer needs? Okay, we have to collect. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? We
Yes.
have to collect the requirement from whom? From the customer. Okay, here based on the collecting requirement, they are going to prepare 2 documents. Who is going to prepare these 2 documents? One document is prepared by business analyst and second document is prepared by system analyst. Is it clear? In this case, this business analyst is going to prepare. Coming to SRS document, who is going to prepare SRS documents? System analyst. Okay. Coming to second one. What is the second one? Analysis. What you are going to analyze? Suppose document is completed. Okay. And he is divided into multiple types of documents. What are the multiple types? For designing team, 1 document. For testing team, 1 document. For development team, 1 document. He is prepared different types of documents. Okay. Suppose if you are a tester, you have to analyze which document? You have to analyze the testing document. Suppose if you are a developer, what documents you have to analyze?
Right, coding document.
You have to analyze developer documents. Why? What is the use of analyzing? If you analyze means you will understand the requirement. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? First of all, we have to understand. Suppose anything if you are doing means you have to understand first. Suppose phone pay is there, how it is operating. We have to first of all we have to click on mobile number. We have to enter mobile number. After mobile number, we have to click on next. After that, we have to click some amount and we have to verify, right? The amount is belongs to that particular person or not. We have to verify, right? Without verifying, if you send the amount means it will goes to some other person. Yes or no? We have to understand first whether it is going to correct person or not, whether we are sending correctly or not. We have to understand first. Is it clear? Hello.
Yes.
Coming to designing. Coming to designing, here it is divided into 2 types. One is high level design and second one is the low level design. Okay, whatever you are seeing from the out, that is called as outlook. Okay, out is nothing but whatever you are seeing, that is called as outlook. Whatever you are not able to see, that is called as inner look. This is called as inner look. Clear? Coming to coding, who is going to develop the code? As a developer, we are going to develop the code. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Coming to testing. Who is going to take care of testing? As a test engineer, have to test an application. When you have to test, once coding is completed, then only the test engineer have to start their work. Okay, you have to start this one. Okay, once the testing is completed, we have to deploy the build into production server. We have to deploy the build into production server. Who is going to deploy the build into production server? As a technical expert people. Who is going to take care, guys? Technical expert is going to deploy the build into production server. Coming to last phase. What is the last phase? Support and the maintenance. Who is going to provide support and the maintenance?
Supporting.
Okay. If customer is facing any problem from the application, we will get support from the support team. Is it clear? These are the SDLC phases we are having in our testing. Okay. Tomorrow we will discuss about SDLC models. Okay. We are having two types of models. One is sequential and second one is the incremental. Is it clear? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Is it clear? Any more doubts? Yeah, I am stopping the recording up to here. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.